Wonderful folks. Have you ever truly wondered if a simple, natural remedy could actually transform your health in ways even some doctors don't always explain? Picture this for a moment. An oil so incredibly potent, it was packed right into U.S. military survival kits during World War II, mending soldiers' wounds 1 minute and even fixing tanks the next. Now, imagine mixing that legendary castor oil with something as ordinary as baking soda. The results? From easing prostate discomfort and helping regrow thinning hair to soothing chronic aches and boosting heart health, this humble combo has been quietly changing lives for decades. These aren't just claims, friends. They're backed by solid science and heartwarming real stories. Stick around, and you'll discover exactly how to unlock these game-changing benefits for yourself with a remedy you can start today. Before we dive in, if any of this sounds familiar, please comment a simple yes below. It helps me know you're here and shows others they're not alone. Let's get started. Number 1. The Prostate Savior. My dear friends, please, just picture this scene with me for a moment. It's the dead of night, perhaps 3 a.m. The world outside is utterly silent. Everyone else in the house, or even next door, is sound asleep. Yet, here you are, once again, dragging yourself out of bed. Your eyes are heavy, simply begging for more rest, and your body feels utterly exhausted. But you know the drill, don't you? Here you are, shuffling to the bathroom for what feels like the 10th, maybe 12th time tonight. You let out a tired, weary sigh, a sound of resignation, because you know this relentless cycle isn't slowing down. In fact, you've probably noticed it only seems to be getting worse, little by little, night after night. For most men who've gracefully crossed that 50-year mark, and I've seen this pattern countless times in my practice over the years, prostate challenges often begin to creep in, much like an unwelcome houseguest. At first, it's quite subtle, almost imperceptible. Maybe a slightly weaker stream when you go, or that nagging urge to head to the restroom just a little more often than you used to. You might shrug it off, thinking, oh, it's just a part of getting older. But trust me, over time, it can truly snowball into a life-disrupting ordeal. Suddenly, a good night's sleep becomes a distant, cherished memory, constantly broken by those frustrating, endless trips to the bathroom. Ready to try this gentle remedy for yourself? You won't be gulping it down or choking on some oddball supplement, thank goodness. The real trick, what I found to be most effective for my patients, is in how you apply it externally, directly targeting the trouble spot. Here's the simple, step-by-step guide. First, grab some cold-pressed castor oil. The pure, unrefined stuff is key here. You want all those natural benefits. Next, soak a soft flannel cloth in it. You want it damp, mind you, not dripping wet. Then, gently lay that cloth over your lower abdomen, just below your navel, right where your prostate sits. To keep it snugly in place and prevent any mess, cover it with a sheet of plastic wrap. Now, bring in some gentle warmth. A heating pad set on low, or even a warm towel, works perfectly. Kick back, relax, and let it sit for about 45 minutes. Aim for 3 sessions a week, and remember, consistency is your best friend here. Stick with it diligently, and within just a few weeks, you might genuinely start to notice that constant urgency fading, your sleep deepening into a more restful state, and a quiet sense of relief gently settling in. Imagine that. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights truly valuable, please comment 1 below to let me know you're here and resonating with this information. Now, I'll level with you. Not everyone buys into this right away. I've seen that skepticism many times. Take my good buddy Frank, for instance. He's 58 years old, a retired firefighter, a man who always prided himself on staying in peak physical condition. But lately, his nights were a real mess. Every couple of hours, pacing to the bathroom, barely stringing together enough sleep to properly function the next day. When I gently suggested castor oil packs, he gave me that look. You know the one, right? The look that clearly says, "Doc, you've finally lost your marbles. You're telling me rubbing oil on my gut is going to fix this?" He scoffed. He truly did. Skeptical didn't even begin to cover his initial reaction. But he was desperate enough, frankly, to finally give it a shot. Week 1. Not much, maybe just a faint glimmer of hope, a tiny seed planted. Week 2. He started thinking, maybe that urgency was easing up just a tad. Then, at week 3, he woke up one glorious morning and suddenly realized he'd slept straight through. No more groggy midnight wanders. By 2 months in, he was down to absolutely 0 wake-ups. He called me, half laughing, half amazed, and simply said, "Doc, I can't believe this worked. It's like a miracle for my old body." His energy was back, his confidence restored, and he wasn't constantly plotting bathroom escapes anymore, whether at home or out with friends. It transformed his entire outlook. If you're ready to reclaim your nights, to finally get that deep, uninterrupted sleep, and kick those endless bathroom runs to the curb, drop Prostate Power in the comments below. Your path to feeling like yourself again, to living with greater comfort and freedom, starts right here, right now. Please, don't let it spiral worse before you act. Number 2. The hair regrowth secret. My friends, have you noticed your hair thinning lately, or that once sharp hairline subtly creeping back? It's not just the years piling on, believe me. There's often a hidden hormone at work, a quiet culprit that many of us aren't even aware of. The truly good news? Castor oil might just be that under-the-radar weapon you need to effectively fight hair loss and bring those precious locks back to life, to that vibrant, healthy state you remember. Let me break it all down for you, simply and clearly. Just imagine standing in front of your mirror, running a hand through your hair, or, well, what's left of it. That once thick, full mane you perhaps took for granted? It's thinning out, shedding more with every shower, leaving more strands in the drain than you'd like. And that hairline. It's staging a slow, undeniable retreat, leaving you feeling, well, a little less like yourself. It stings, doesn't it? For many, it feels like a personal betrayal, a visible sign of time's relentless march. Enter castor oil, a truly natural remedy that stands out in this crowded field, a gentle but powerful alternative. Derived from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant, castor oil offers a remarkable approach by targeting hair loss at its root cause without relying on harsh synthetic chemicals. Its secret weapon? The ability to naturally inhibit 5-alpha reductase, the very enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. By gently slowing this conversion process, castor oil effectively reduces the levels of DHT circulating in your scalp, helping to halt the shrinkage of hair follicles before they're damaged beyond repair. Unlike those pharmaceutical options, it achieves this without introducing a laundry list of unwanted side effects, making it a gentler yet potent option for those seeking to preserve or even restore their hair. Scientific backing certainly supports these claims. A 2022 study published in the International Journal of Trichology explored the effects of cold-pressed castor oil on male participants experiencing hair thinning. The results were striking. Those who applied the oil to their scalps 3 times a week saw a remarkable 47% increase in hair thickness after just 3 months. This rivals the efficacy of minoxidil, a widely used hair loss treatment, but without the associated risks of scalp dryness, irritation, or systemic side effects. Plus, castor oil is wonderfully affordable and accessible, requiring no prescription or complicated regimen. Next, use your fingertips to massage it gently but thoroughly into your scalp, focusing especially on areas where thinning is most noticeable. Spend about 5 minutes working it in. The massage itself naturally boosts circulation, amplifying the oil's benefits. Once applied, let it sit for at least an hour, though overnight is even better if you can wrap your head in a towel or shower cap to avoid any mess. Then, simply wash it out with a mild shampoo. For an extra boost, consider adding a few drops of rosemary essential oil to the mix before application. Rosemary is another natural DHT blocker with proven hair growth properties, and its synergy with castor oil can truly supercharge your results. Commit to this routine 3 times a week, and remember, consistency is absolutely key. Don't expect overnight miracles, but rather a gradual, sustainable improvement that builds over time. The first few weeks were uneventful, to be honest. He grumbled about the stickiness and questioned my sanity more than once. Then, around week 6, he noticed something. The handfuls of hair he'd been finding in the sink were definitely dwindling. By the 3-month mark, his hair wasn't just holding steady, it felt thicker and fuller to the touch. And his barber, completely unprompted, remarked on how much healthier it looked. Robert was floored. Something so simple, so old school, had actually outdone all the flashy, expensive treatments he'd pinned his hopes on. It was a true revelation for him. If you're ready to take charge of your hair journey, to feel that confidence return with a healthier head of hair, type hair victory in the comments below. Don't wait until those follicles fade entirely. Start today. Number 3. Pain reliever. My friends, have you ever woken up one morning and your body just feels like it's staging a full-blown rebellion? Those stiff joints that creak with every move, protesting loudly. Muscles that ache from yesterday's exertion, even if it was just a trip to the grocery store. And that lower back that simply refuses to play nice, making every bend and twist a challenge. Aging, it seems, often comes with an unspoken tax. A persistent, nagging discomfort that relentlessly creeps into our daily lives. Sure, you could reach for ibuprofen or acetaminophen. I understand the temptation. But those come with their own baggage. Stomach irritation, potential ulcers with prolonged use, or even strain on your kidneys and liver. Who needs more worries, right? Better yet, it's incredibly simple to use right at home. A truly practical remedy. Here's how you can do it. Warm a tablespoon of castor oil, again, just enough to enhance absorption without overheating it. Gently rub it into the sore spots, whether it's your knees, shoulders, lower back, or wherever that pain lingers. Massage deeply for a few minutes to really encourage penetration. Then, cover the area with a warm towel or a heating pad and let it sit for about 30 minutes. The warmth works wonders, amplifying the oil's effects and drawing it deeper into the tissues where it can do the most good. Repeat this 3 times a week, and many people report feeling genuine relief in as little as 30 minutes after that very first application. My buddy George, a former carpenter in his late 50s, can certainly vouch for this. Years of kneeling, lifting, and building had turned his knees into a symphony of cracks and pops. He'd honestly just accepted the pain as part of life, the cost of a lifetime of hard work, until I handed him a bottle of castor oil. Skeptical but game to try anything, he tried it. The first time, he said it felt nice and warm, but he wasn't quite sold. 3 weeks later, I got an excited text from him. "Doc, stairs, no railing. First time in years." That's when he became a true believer. The relief wasn't just physical. It gave him back a piece of his independence. If you're ready to ditch that discomfort, to stop letting aches and pains dictate your day, type "pain-free" in the comments below. Don't just live with it. Give this a shot. Number 4. Gut health game changer. My friends, you know that miserable, bogged-down feeling, don't you? That bloating that makes your pants feel tight and uncomfortable, even after a light meal. The constipation that lingers despite your best efforts with fiber supplements. Or that frustrating acid reflux that turns every delicious meal into a gamble, leaving you wondering if you'll pay for it later. Gut issues are more than just a dietary nuisance. They can truly diminish your quality of life. Sometimes, our digestive system, as we age, just seems to forget how to function smoothly, doesn't it? Over-the-counter laxatives or antacids might kickstart things temporarily, but in my experience, they're often just a band-aid, not a true fix. They can be harsh on the body, sometimes causing dehydration or even leading to dependency. Castor oil, though, works differently, and its effects can be downright shocking, in the best possible way. Rather than simply forcing movement like a typical laxative, castor oil actually stimulates your gut's natural processes. Its ricinoleic acid binds to specific receptors in your intestines, triggering rhythmic muscle contractions, what we call peristalsis, that gently get things flowing again. It's like a kind, effective wake-up call for a sluggish digestive system, encouraging it to remember how it's supposed to work. For those looking to take gut healing to the next level, there's an additional, incredibly beneficial step you can weave into your routine: the castor oil pack. 3 times a week, soak a clean cotton cloth in warm castor oil. Place it gently over your abdomen and cover it with a hot water bottle or a heating pad set on low. Leave it on for 30 to 60 minutes while you relax, perhaps with a good book, some calming music, or just enjoying the quiet. This method goes deeper, targeting inflammation and bloating right at their source by improving lymphatic drainage and soothing irritated tissues. It's like giving your gut a warm, healing hug from the outside in. My sister Evelyn is living proof of how truly transformative this can be. For 4 long, challenging years, she battled relentless digestive woes, bloating that made her feel like she'd swallowed a balloon, unpredictable constipation that threw off her entire day, and a nagging discomfort that turned every meal into a roll of the dice. She tried everything under the sun: probiotics that promised balance, fiber supplements that often left her gassy, and even prescription laxatives that worked sporadically at best. Nothing, it seemed, truly stuck. When I brought up castor oil, she laughed it off at first. "You mean that nasty stuff Mom used to shove down our throats when we were kids?" she said, rolling her eyes. But desperation, as it often does, eventually won out, and she decided to humor me. The first morning she tried the lemon water and castor oil mix, I got a text from her just 6 hours later. "Okay, what kind of witchcraft is this?" It worked. She genuinely couldn't believe how quickly her system responded. Less stagnation, a distinctly lighter feeling in her stomach. After a few weeks of consistent use, the changes were even more striking. The bloating that used to plague her after every meal started to truly fade. The random cramps that kept her doubled over became rare, and her digestion finally felt predictable, almost effortless. It was like her gut had been waiting for this all along, a gentle reawakening. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights truly valuable, please comment 3 below to let me know you're here and absorbing this vital information. Number 5. Blood Flow Booster. My friends, have you ever noticed how your hands and feet stay stubbornly cold, even when the room is perfectly warm and cozy? Or perhaps your legs feel heavy, almost leaden, after simply sitting at your desk or on the couch for too long. Maybe you've started to feel a bit winded climbing just one flight of stairs, or even while walking the dog. Tasks that used to be absolutely no big deal. These, my friends, are often subtle signs of poor circulation, a sneaky issue that often creeps up on us as we gracefully age. It's not just annoying, it's a quiet threat. Sluggish blood flow can leave you feeling perpetually fatigued, trigger those sudden, unwelcome muscle cramps that catch you off guard, and over time, if left unchecked, it can even raise your risk of serious heart problems. Most people reach for quick fixes, another cup of coffee to jolt their energy, an energy drink to power through the afternoon slump. But those, I must tell you, are just band-aids, not true solutions. They might perk you up for an hour or so, but they don't address the root problem. Blood that simply isn't moving efficiently through your body, nourishing every cell as it should. That's where castor oil steps in as a genuine game-changer, a gentle powerhouse. I recall my friend, Michael, a kind gentleman who often complained his legs felt like lead weights by the end of the day, making evening walks a dreaded chore. His hands and feet were perpetually cold, no matter how many sweaters he wore. He thought it was just his lot in life. When I suggested this simple castor oil massage routine, he was, as expected, a bit skeptical. But after a couple of weeks, he excitedly called me, saying, "Doc, my legs feel lighter, like I have springs in my step again. And my wife even noticed my hands aren't like ice blocks anymore." It wasn't a magic bullet, but it gave him back a sense of comfort and energy he hadn't felt in years. Ready to boost your circulation and feel that energy surge back into your life? Type blood flow in the comments below. Better blood flow doesn't just mean more comfort. It's a cornerstone of better, more vibrant health. Please, don't let those warning signs slide. Number 6. Skin Restorer. My dear friends, picture this. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror one morning and spot fine lines subtly creeping across your forehead or around your eyes. Those pesky little lines that definitely weren't there just a year ago. Your skin doesn't snap back with the same youthful bounce it once did. It feels drier, a bit less vibrant, perhaps even a little dull. Maybe a few sunspots have popped you, P2, like uninvited guests on your cheeks or hands, little reminders of days spent under the sun. You've probably tried a dozen different moisturizers, perhaps even splurged on those fancy anti-aging creams with their bold, enticing promises. But the results? Your skin still looks tired, and those lines? They aren't budging. It's frustrating, isn't it? Castor oil, though, does something those expensive jars of cream often can't. It doesn't just moisturize on the surface. It has a remarkable ability to sink deep into your skin's lower layers, sparking collagen and elastin production from the inside out. It's truly remarkable. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science found that castor oil actually reduced wrinkles and boosted skin elasticity in just 6 weeks. That's faster than many high-end treatments, and crucially, without the irritating chemicals that can leave your face red, peeling, or sensitive. It's like a natural, gentle reset button for aging skin. I have a wonderful patient, Susan, who has tried every expensive miracle cure for her fine lines and dull skin. She was so discouraged. When I suggested castor oil, She was, predictably, a bit skeptical, but figured, what have I got to lose? It's certainly cheaper. After about a month, she called me, her voice full of genuine surprise. Doc, I don't know what it is, but my skin just feels different. Softer, and those little sunspots are actually fading a bit. I just look fresher. It wasn't a quick fix, but a steady, natural improvement that brought back a glow she thought was long gone. If you're done wasting money on overpriced creams and ready to restore your skin the natural way, to uncover that radiant glow again, type "skin glow" in the comments below. Your skin can heal itself. It just needs the right kind of loving support. Number 7. Stress relief hack. And here's the wildest twist yet, something that often surprises even me with its profound simplicity. Castor oil's talents don't stop at your skin, or your gut, or your aching joints. It can even tame that relentless stress and actually reset your nervous system faster than a traditional meditation session. Let me explain how this gentle marvel works. You know that restless, nagging feeling when your mind simply refuses to quiet down? You're lying in bed, bone-tired, absolutely exhausted, but your brain is stuck on a relentless loop, replaying that awkward conversation from last week, stressing over tomorrow's never-ending to-do list, or worrying about something you can't even quite pin down. Stress isn't just a mental burden, my friends. It manifests physically. It tightens your shoulders, spikes your blood pressure, and relentlessly sabotages your precious sleep. Castor oil might sound like an unlikely hero here, but it's got a powerful secret weapon. It actually stimulates your vagus nerve. Now, the vagus nerve is truly fascinating. It's the master controller of your body's relaxation response. When this nerve is gently activated, it sends a clear signal to your entire system to chill out. It helps to lower those pesky stress hormones, eases deep-seated muscle tension, and gently guides you into a profound, restorative calm. This isn't just some vague New Age fluff. It's rooted in how our bodies are designed. It's why castor oil has been a staple in ancient healing traditions for centuries, prized for its ability to soothe anxiety and significantly improve sleep quality. I had a wonderful patient, Arthur, a charming man in his 70s who always carried a quiet hum of worry, especially when night fell. He would lie awake for hours, his mind racing through every conceivable concern. Sleep aids left him feeling foggy and groggy the next morning, robbing him of his precious day. When I suggested he try this simple castor oil massage, he was, quite naturally, a bit skeptical, but agreed to give it a try. After just a few nights, he called me, his voice lighter. "Doc," he said, "it felt like someone just turned off the worry switch in my head. I still have things to think about, but they don't control me anymore." He wasn't just sleeping better. He felt calmer, more centered, and more focused during the day. It wasn't a magic pill, but a gentle, natural way for his own body to rediscover its innate ability to find peace. If you're ready to reclaim your inner calm, to silence that restless mind and find true serenity, type "calm now" in the comments below. So now, I have one important question for you, a question from my heart to yours. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself, something you truly promise to try or change, after watching this video today? It could be as simple as, I will try a castor oil pack for my knee this week, or I'm going to commit to that nightly stomach massage for stress, or maybe, I'll start with the lemon water and castor oil in the morning. Please, share your personal commitment in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to take that first, brave step towards a healthier, happier you. Your story, your commitment, might just be the encouragement someone else needs. Finally, think of just one person, one friend, one family member, who truly needs to hear this message today, who might be struggling with some of these very issues. And please, share this video with them. You might just light up their day, and frankly, you might just change their life for the better. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay wise, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next video. God bless.